Okay, welcome to the first episode of Feral Master Chef. People have asked me what I eat on these trails, particularly the long trails that I do, and I do eat reasonably fussy, which is why I don't always buy my food on the trail. So I just thought I'll do a quick video just showing people what I have for breakfast and how it works. So basically I have oats. Before I leave home I'll make them all up in snap-lock bags. Now this is the smallest snap-lock bag I can find. I normally use a slightly smaller size than this, but this is what I'm playing with today. So I start with a cup of oats, or well, maybe just under a cup. Depends how hungry I think I'm going to be and how many calories. We'll go with a cup because that makes it easy. So I've got a little measuring cup here, that's a third of a cup. This is going to make a riveting video as I plate up here in my plastic bag. So there's my my oats. Then what I do is I'll use some protein powder in there. Now I use casein, not whey and not plant-based. There's two reasons I use casein. It thickens up very well, so it gives it a bit of body. It's not watery. And the casein allegedly is a slower release protein, so I figure it's gonna, release slowly during the day. How much truth in that? Don't know. But I have protein anyway, so and this one does the job for me. Now I have a scoop of that, and excuse me while I keep checking my cheat sheet, but the casein is 155 calories. I think I mentioned that the oats were 344 calories. If I didn't, I have now. Okay, so we've got the oats, we've got the casein. Then I use a little bit of creatine. There's a whole heap of alleged benefits to this. It's cheap. I reckon it's good insurance. There's definitely benefits for your muscles and recovery. There may be benefits for your mental health. Now I can't even. It's such a small amount. It doesn't even tell me how many calories are in that on the packet. So I'm thinking it's negligible. So yeah, that's creatine monohydrate that I use. Then I use a little bit of cinnamon just to give it a bit of a nice kind of taste. And I don't even measure this, I just kind of sprinkle a bit in the top. There's bugger all the calories in that. And then the last kind of powder I use is, I've got a couple of these different types of these green kind of super powders. I was a bit dubious on these before I used them, thought they'd probably taste horrible and yeah, wasn't sure if they're doing any good. To be honest, I'm still not sure that they're doing any good. I haven't got any science that backs this up. Logic says that I'm missing this kind of stuff on the trail. But I don't know whether I'm going to absorb them out of a plastic bag, but anyway, it doesn't hurt. And once again, it'd be less than a teaspoon in there. And I don't think, oh yeah, I allow 20 calories for that, which is probably more than it is. Okay, now we're on to the good stuff. Chia. So I have a little bit of chia. This also helps to thicken it up. So chia seeds. So just maybe a tablespoon of them. And yeah, that also helps to thicken up the oats. Then I just go through what dried fruit I've got sitting around the house. And this is what I've got at the moment. So it's highly scientific. I've got some dried blueberries. I throw my hands in. Have maybe, what's that, less than a spoonful I guess. That's blueberries. These are craisins. same deal. Chuck a kind of a few fingers worth of them in. Gojo berries, the next one. Same with that, about the same amount, chuck it in. You don't have to use these if you've got bananas, dry bananas sitting around, or I've used coconut, almond nuts. So these are dried apples, so I normally just break them in half. Now, I don't know if I haven't been reading the calories on these, so I'll read out the calories to you in a sec. So there's like maybe 4 slices of apple in there. So the calories on all them were, gojo berries were 43 calories, craisins were 60 calories, blueberries were 60 calories, and the apples were about 20 calories. It's pretty rough, but it's good enough for me. That is pretty well my breakfast for a day, and that'll keep me going. That normally keeps me going till lunchtime pretty well. So what I'll do on the trail, the night before when I get to camp, I'll rehydrate it with water. I'll start with about a cup of water, maybe a little bit more, and then as it rehydrates a bit, I add a bit more water. Leave it overnight, and I normally leave it in my food bag, in my dry bag somewhere, depending on the animal situation. You got to make sure it's not going to get attacked by mice overnight. Next morning, what I do, I normally don't, if I'm on a through hike and I'm making miles, I normally don't hang around and make breakfast in the morning at camp. I normally get up and pack the tent up and get moving, and then stop maybe after an hour or two and have breakfast. So if I'm doing that, this goes in the outside pocket of my pack with a spoon kind of inside it. And yeah, I just find a spot in the sun and stop. At the end of the day, unfortunately, the plastic bag goes in the bin, which is probably the biggest negative for this, is the plastic waste. I suppose if you're only out for a night, you could possibly take them home and wash them out and reuse them. So the total calories on that is about 740 calories. Maybe I might go a little bit more if like I was walking the Alps and I was burning 8,000 calories a day. If I'm only out for 2 nights, this is what I'm preparing this for, 1 night actually. So I don't need a whole heap of calories on this walk. So you can easily tweak it up and down. Just a very simple way, and I'll tell you what, it's delicious. It comes up really good cold, so it's just cold soaked basically. All right, I hope that helps someone. Look, if anyone's got any other recipes they want to share, chuck it in the comments section. All right, I'll catch you on the next cooking video. Take it easy.